everybody, this is Dee. We're going to do a tutorial for a poncho. For our hippy dippy poncho, you can do any pattern you want, anything like that. But I'm going to give it a shot, guys. I'm going to be using of course, my new Dede Tonal Hues Premium Anti-Pillar Acrylic. And I'm using the color not for the money, but for the music. It's a 4-weight, and let's see, there's 328 yards of 100% anti-pilling acrylic. So that's what I'm going to be using. I'm also going to be using a size 5 hook, which is the recommended hook for this yarn. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be using. I will let you know once the poncho is done exactly how many cakes I used for this, and I will throw that in the beginning. But this is it for now, and we're going to get rolling. Okay guys, let's try this. Okay, we're going to give this poncho tutorial a try here. I'm doing a slip knot, or I don't know what you call it. You guys know I'm no professional crocheter. Now what we're going to do is we are going to chain 80. That is what I chain. I'm a size large to extra large, and that seems to go around my neck comfortably with a little bit of extra off the shoulder. And so we're going to start out with a chain of 80. So once you got your chain of 80, I'll be back. Okay, we got our chain of 80, and we're going to do one more, 81. Okay? Now what you're going to do is make sure that it is not twisted, and we are going to loop into the end. So you just go through and make sure this is not twisted. I'm sorry, Mark started mowing as I'm doing this. Awesome. Okay. Make sure that it's not twisted. And we are going to go into the first stitch that we made. And we're just going to attach it and chain 1. Okay, now we are going to do 3 rows into this chain. Actually, let's make it 4 rows into this. So make sure I got my stitches right. Okay, so single crochet is what we're doing. I'm sorry, like I said, I can crochet anything, but doing tutorials makes me nervous. So you're just going to go in every stitch and make a single crochet. Just go in every single stitch and make that single crochet. Okay, and you're going to go all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of this round. Okay, so we're coming up on our end here, and basically all we're going to do is single crochet, or actually do a slip stitch, chain 1, and then single crochet again all the way down and around. Okay, so you're just going to go in each stitch, single crochet. Hope you guys can see this okay. Single crochet all the way around. And we're going to do that 4 rows. I'll meet you at the end of this one. Yeah, I gotta go through both loops there. There we go. Like I said, tutorials make me nervous, and I mess up because I'm not sitting at my normal spot. I hope you guys are getting this. Just doing single crochets all the way around. And we'll do 4 rows of this. But when we come to the end of this row, I'll meet up with you then. And make sure you go into both loops. Don't pay attention to me. Oh man. Okay. So this is this part. We're making our second round of single crochets. Alright, I'll meet you guys at the end. Okay. Last stitch. Chain 1 and start again. And we're going to do this for 4 rows. Okay, Okay, once you get your 4 rows done, then we'll move on to the next step. And just go around and do 4 rows of single crochet underneath both loops, okay? See how I'm doing both loops? Underneath both loops. And then we'll move on to the part that starts the corners for the poncho. Alright, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Little piece of fuzz on there. Okay, I'm gonna go around. I'll be back. Okay, we got our 4 rows. Now, oh, I forgot my stitch markers. One sec. Okay. Alright, so let me put a stitch marker in here for right now. Hold that stitch so I can show you what our next step is. Okay. See where this string is? This is where we first started, right here. Okay. And we have a total of 80 stitches. So if you divide it in half, that's 40, right? So we're going to go from this and count 20 stitches over and put a stitch marker. Then we're going to go this way and count 20 stitches over and put a stitch marker. So let's do that. Okay, so here, flip it around here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. Put a stitch marker on that side. And we're going to go to the other side. Start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going to put a stitch marker in number 20. Okay, so now we know where our corners are going to be. Okay? Alright, so our next step, let's get this stitch marker out of there. We are going to chain 2. 1, 2. In that same stitch, we're going to do a total of 3, which that first one counts as a stitch. 3 double crochets. Okay? Then we're going to skip 2 stitches. 1, 2. And we're going to do it again. No stitches in between. 3 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches. 3 double crochets. Skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochets. Pull some more yarn out. Okay. Well, we're going to have dog alerts. Just warning you. I got 4 dogs and 3 puppies here right now. Okay, skip 2 stitches. Go in that 3rd stitch and make 3 double crochets. Oh, I put that on the wrong side. Yeah, of course I did. Here, let me flip my stitches around. Jeez, oh, Pete, Steve. Okay, so that's going to be the 20th right there. Backwards. Okay, skip 2, 3 double crochets. Okay, so in that place where our stitch marker was, skip 2, and we're going to put 3 double crochets, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and put in that same stitch 3 more double crochets. Okay, so we made our first corner. Okay, and we're going to continue on. Skip 2, 3 double crochets. Skip 2, 3 double crochets. Alright, so take a look at it. See, that's going to be our corner, right like that. That will be our corner right there. Okay, we're going to go around and I'll meet you at the end of this row, or at the next corner space. So 3 double crochets, skip 2 stitches, 3 double crochets. Be right back. Okay. Alright, so we've come around to this other corner. Skip 2 stitches. I'm going to take this out. Don't need them anymore. Skip 2 stitches. We're going to do 3 double crochets. Chain 3 and 3 more double crochets. Now we've got our second corner. Hold on one sec. Okay, so now we've got our second corner. Alright, and then we're going to continue on until we reach the end of the row. And I'll be back with you as soon as I get that. Okay, so we've got 2 stitches in between our 2 sets. I'm at the end of the row of the 2 sets. Okay, so we are going to slip stitch, wrong place, slip stitch, right there, and then we are going to do a slip stitch till we get to the middle of this one. Okay, I'm kind of skipping over that. I'm going to chain 2, and then we're going to, in between each one, we're going to add 3 double crochets again. Okay? Get some more yarn. Okay, so we're going in between each of the sets of 3 double crochets and putting 3 more double crochets. Okay, moving on to this next one. 3 double crochets. Yeah, puppies are playing. Can you hear them? Okay. I'll get to this corner. Oops. Hold on, let me get these puppies to stop. Okay. I think they're quiet now. Okay, so now we're going to put right next to our corner, this is our corner, go in that stitch, do 3 double crochets. Now we're going to, okay, alright, now that we're at the corner, we are going to do 3 double crochets again. chain 3, and 3 double crochets again. Okay, skip over this, go on to that next one, and do 3 double crochets. Skip over that one, 3 double crochets. Skip over that one. Oh, I got a knot. It's my fault because I had a frog. I goofed up. Of course I did. Okay. Skip over that one, 3 double crochets. I hope I'm going slow enough for you guys. Okay. Three double crochets. Skip over that one, 3 double crochets. And this is pretty much the pattern. You're just going to keep going around and around and around and making 3 double crochets and 3 chains at the corners. Skip over, 3 more double crochets. I got a big, there we go. I did it again, there we go. Skip over, 3 double crochets. Skip over, 3 double crochets. Pretty easy peasy, isn't it? Skip over, 3 double crochets. Okay, we are at our corner again. So we're going to do 3 double crochets. Chain 3. And 3 more double crochets. Skip over, 3 double crochets. Okay, just continue that around and I will meet you at the end of the row. Okay, we're at the end of the row. All we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into that one there. Now we got to get over here to this hole to start. So we're going to do a slip stitch over, slip stitch again, and we're going to slip stitch into that hole and chain 2, which counts as a stitch. So there's 2, 3, skip over, go back into this one. Okay, I'll meet you at the corner. Just continue on, skip over, 3 double crochets in each hole. Okay, I'll meet you at the corner. Okay, we're at our corner. So we're going to do 3 double crochets. 3 chains, and 3 double crochets. Okay, skip over to the next one. Get some more yarn. Skip over to the next one. 3 double crochets. Skip it over. 3 double crochets. And I'll meet you at the next corner. Alright, we're at the corner again. I think you guys are getting the groove of it. And you can make this as big or as small as you want. You can try it on, and if you only want to go to here, you know, stop. If you want to go all the way to your wrist, you can do that too. Chain 3 and 3 more double crochets. And this is how, here, I'll show you the other corner. This is how it's starting to look. And you just continue on doing this exact same thing. Skipping over that, put 3 double crochets, skip over, 3 double crochets, and so on. Get to the corner, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets. And like I said, you can make this as big as you'd like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on with this cake. And when I get to the end of the cake, I'll be back so that I can show you how I tie in other yarn. So if you want to change colors, or you know, you run out of your one cake and you want to move to the next cake, I'll show you how I tie in. And I will see you guys in a few. Let me get some of this cake used up, and when I get to the end, I will be back. Okay. Alright, I'm at the end of my cake here, and you can see this is what a full cake of the Bag O' Day Tonal Hues. And this is, what is it, not for the money, but for the music. Okay, I do a magic knot. So what I do is I tie my new yarn onto the old strand, just a little knot, and then I tie the old strand onto the new yarn, just a little knot. Pull those two together till they tighten. You can tighten them right up, and you can cut this right up against that knot. It's going nowhere. Okay, and now I'm going to continue on, still doing the same thing. 3 double crochets. There's that knot. Skip over, 3 double crochets. Okay, I'm going to continue on. I'm thinking, well, I'll put it down in the description box exactly how many cakes I used, but I'm going to say that from the looks of this, it's probably going to be about 3 cakes. Okay, but I may end up changing this because of the darkness of it, and I have a couple that have a lighter color in the center, so I'm probably going to change this. But I just wanted to show you how I went about tying my knots. Okay, I'll see you in a few, and let you know how many cakes I used. I'm also going to put a small border around the neck, and then we're going to put tassels on the bottom. And anyways, that's what I'm doing so far. Okay, just wanted to show you how I tied that knot, but I do think I'm going to get another cake and make sure it matches up with this color so I can continue on. Alrighty, I'll see you in a few. Okay, so this is the poncho, and we have an end to weave in, and basically all you do for that is, I always go 3 directions, which is totally up to you, but I'll kind of go this direction. I just want to make sure it doesn't pull out, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're going to weave that end in, then maybe I'll go this direction, and then this direction. Okay, and I clip it off. Alright, last thing we're going to do is around the neck here, I'm going to put 1 row of half double crochets, or you can do a single crochet, that's fine too. Okay, so I got beadwork on the side here. I'm going to do that, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to start on that one corner, there it is, that one corner where we first started. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, you can actually start anywhere you want. Just go into the stitch, pull it through, chain 1, and we're gonna do half doubles. So we're gonna go like this, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, go in the next stitch, and I'm putting my end, I'm crocheting over my end. Go in the next one, pull through all 3, one of my hairs, you get a red head. And we're gonna go around, get that out of there, there we go. Nope, sorry, okay. And we're gonna go through all 3. Yarn over, go in your next stitch, go around that end, go through all 3. And I'm going to go around the whole neckline, hiding that end, and doing a half double crochet. Okay, so we're going to do that, and I'll meet you at the end, and then we're going to do our tassels. Okay? Alright, so that's how it's starting to look. It just kind of evens it out, and I like it to be a different color because I think that looks pretty. Okay, so we do a half double all the way around the neck, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, went all the way around. Basically just going to do a slip knot, cut it off, and we're going to sew that in. And I always do 3 times, like I told you, 3 directions. I'm going to go back, forth, and sew that in. And then we will start to work on the tassels. Alright, alright, I'll be back. There we go. And we will work on the tassels. Okay, I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so that's the way it looks with the little half doubles going around. I think it kind of, you know, makes it look completed. Alright, so how do we make tassels? Let's do this. Okay. Now, just so you guys know, I'll put it in the description box, everything that I used. But it ended up being 3 and this much left of the 4th cake. And we're going to use that for our tassels. So I have one of these clover ones, but you can use a box, you can use your telephone, you can use whatever you need to use. Okay, I just kind of hold that down and go round and around and around and around. And when I've got it all done, then I'll just clip it, and then we'll start making our tassels. Alright, so you, like I said, you can use a box, your telephone, you can use anything to make your tassels. Okay, once I got them cut and ready to go, I'll be back. Okay, so now I take my hook and I stick it through. As you can see, I have the points up here. Stick it through, grab my tassel, pull it through, wrap that end around, and pull it through. Okay. Whoop. Nope. I'm going to go the other direction because I want the loop on the front. Okay. So I'm going to go into each one of these, go from the back. I should have done that to begin with. And I'm putting 5 strands. You can put as many as you want, or as little as you want, or as long as you want, short as you want. Grabbing that, pull it through, grab that. Oh. There we go. And then at the end we can trim them. Oh, that one's a little short. I'm going to have to redo that part. Okay. Okay. So now I've got them all cut. I'm going to use 5. And basically I'm just going to go from behind. This is the front of the poncho. I'm going to grab those, pull them through the loop. That always happens. And pull them through the loop. And there we go. And I'm going to put one of those in every space in between the 3 double crochets all the way around. And then, of course, I'll trim them and even them out, you know, at the ends there. Can you see? At the ends there. And that is our poncho. Now, I used, you know, I'm probably going to have some left over of the tassels, but that's okay. I'll save them for another project. Put them in a Ziploc, if that is the case. Anyways, I'm going to go around with the tassels and every gap in between. I used a total with the tassels and everything 4 of the Dede tonal hues in the color, not for the money, but for the music. And that is the end of the tutorial. And I will show you some pictures here in just a moment of it all completed.